Next Level Pro Wrestling fans, it is that time of the year once again. Fayetteville Comic-Con returns to the Crown Coliseum on April 27th and 28th for the two-day extravaganza featuring several of your favorite Next Level Pro Wrestling superstars, from the Next Level Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion Jack the Ripper Tatum, along with the brand new Next Level Pro Wrestling Social Media Champion, The Show, C.J. Evans, along with some of your favorite Lucha Libre superstars, from De Leon X, Paradox, and the Alpha J. Wolf. Also, be sure to check out all the crazy costumes and all the exciting events that you will see this year at Comic-Con. It is a two-day event that is must-see, and you cannot miss it. Be there April 27th and 28th at the Crown Coliseum.
Next Level Pro Wrestling fans, this is your ring announcer, that guy, Trey Morgan, and we're here for another episode of Time to Talk with that guy, Trey Morgan. And this week, my guest here is the Villain of Marseille, Treize Genovese.
It's the Villain of Marseille. Remember that next time. So go ask me whatever you want to ask.
I apologize for that. Treize, thank you for being here on my show. For the people that may not know you here at 2-6 and Next Level Pro Wrestling, tell us a little bit about Treize Genovese.
That's a lot of things about me. So, Treize Genovese, I am born, raised from Marseille, France. So I did buy a house down here because I got tired of going back and forth, when Next Level Pro Wrestling wanted me to come out here and wrestle. So now I live here in North Carolina, which isn't the most pleasant place to live in, but it would do for now.
How did you find Next Level Pro Wrestling and the 2-6 Pro Wrestling Academy?
Well, believe it or not, I was one of the very first students here at Next Level Pro Wrestling. And the reason why it's called Next Level Pro Wrestling is I'm already at that level, and so this is named the school and the company after me.
Okay, so what made you want to become a professional wrestler?
Well, that was easy. You know, when I was coming back to America as a little kid, we would always watch TBS Superstation, and I know for a lot of young people, they don't know what that is.
Right.
But that was when the NWA was running, the National Wrestling Alliance.
Yep.
So my first introduction with wrestling is when watching Ric Flair, who was the leader or one of the great four horsemen. And so watching him growing up, seeing what he was about, I figured that, you know, if he can do it, I can do it. But I can do it at a better level.
So what about Ric Flair? Because we known him for his style and profile, and was it the what he talked about in his promos? Was it his in-ring work that you looked at? Was it everything itself? What about Ric Flair drew you into professional wrestling?
Believe it or not, it wasn't about what he was saying about the cars and all that. It was his wrestling style, how he made everybody look like $1 million. He made everybody look like that they can take that championship from him. You know, and I know my dad was explaining that it was the territory days where he had to go to Japan, when he had to go to Australia, and we had to go, you know, to different places. And me growing up, I saw that because he was a real world's champion. And what I get tired of hearing is people call themselves world champions and they never left the United States. And spoiler alert, Hawaii is one of the 50 states. So when you go to Hawaii and wrestle, that is not considered overseas.
So, you growing up watching professional wrestling, did they have professional wrestling on TV in France when you were growing up, or were you only able to see that here in America?
When I was a young kid, I stayed here. I was in America, so I was always watching NWA, Georgia Championship Wrestling, You know, at times, my dad, I think everybody remember them big ugly discs that you had to put in the backyard. Because a couple times I was actually able to see Stampede Wrestling. And that just, I just wanted to do it. But at the time, I was still a little kid. And I was looking at basketball and football. Wrestling was like my third thing that I ever wanted to do. But, I was ready to play football. I played professional basketball. And so my next bucket list was becoming a wrestler. And 11 years, that's what I've been doing.
So tell us about how you became Treize Genovese.
Well, that's actually a funny story because when I was born, I was the third. My parents named me Treize. And that's what everybody called me, playing basketball, football. Just everywhere I went, they just knew me as Treize Genovese. Well, Treize. Genovese came later. And the funny part about Treize Genovese, I've always been, like my dad, a history buff. Mm-hmm. And it didn't matter what it was. But I was more into, like, the mafia, the Gambino family, the Colombo family. And to be honest, Genovese was just something I just pulled it out. And I say, well, Genovese was, the head of the Genovese family. So I said, I'll just be the head of my own Genovese family.
So being here at Next Level Pro Wrestling, being one of the first students here, you see all these guys that are now coming in and are talking about our singles division that we have. We have Trey Havoc, who's here. We have our new and current champion, Jack Tatum. How do you feel about the singles division here at Next Level Pro Wrestling?
Singles division is where it needs to be at. People used to ask me about when you become a champion. I say, I'm good. Not every great wrestler needs a championship belt, but great wrestlers that do carry those belts. And like Ric Flair used to say, the belt doesn't make the man makes the belt. So, like you said, Jack Tatum is our new champion. And, I've known Jack for a minute and I'm not always the bad guy. I'll always give praise to other wrestlers that has been doing what they're supposed to be doing. And Jack has been doing what he's supposed to be doing. And I know he's going to have a long run with the heavyweight belt. And you forgot to mention CJ.
I was just about to ask you about him. I didn't leave him out because that was actually the next gentleman that I was going to speak about, the brand new Next Level Pro Wrestling social media champion in CJ Evans.
So I met CJ maybe about 4.5 years ago. And the CJ I saw then, compared to the CJ that I know now, like 100% change in attitude and what he wants to become in this business. And I was actually one of the first ones to congratulate him on winning that, because I know he's going to go do great things with that. In a couple of months, me and him are going to do something real special. Wow. Because, sorry about that. Hold on.
No, business calls.
No,
always
it's not that.
Got something going on.
Some stupid. Here, can you take that for me, please? So, like I was saying, a couple of months, me and CJ going to do something special. And the reason why I chose CJ is because he's earned it. He's been on the grind. He's been going town to town, place to place, making a good name for himself. And so when the time comes, I'll let CJ let the world know what he's going to be doing. But like I said, our two champions, I got them in my bullseye. I got them. But for now, they're doing what they need to do.
Let's talk about another division that we have here, one that we're growing from the core. We have 4 fantastic women, the women's division here. We have Audrey Allen, a big powerhouse here at Next Level Pro Wrestling. We have CeCe Young. We have Riley Rose, also Serena Vell, our core 4 women at Next Level. Let's talk about them for a moment.
I remember CeCe when she came in, and she was bland. She didn't really know how to do anything. But now she's becoming probably one of the top women in the state. Selena, I just met her a couple of months ago, and she seems like she knows what she's doing. Destiny, she's improving every day that she's here. And Audrey, she's a tough big girl. But that's what we like about Next Level, because we want to be one of the best companies to have a women's division. We want all women to come down here, because I know independent scene, they really don't care for a lot of women, to have their titles or whatnot. But we want to make this a deep women's division, because women have came a long way in wrestling. They were treated as sex objects, and now a lot of these women are kicking ass, and they need a platform for it. So, I hope Next Level is going to be one of those platforms to tell women, come on, we're going to shoot you to the stars.
So, just a little bit ago, you were sitting here saying that you necessarily...
Wait a minute. I am thirsty. Why are you bothering me with the water? Like, just be happy that you're in the same room as me. You understand? I apologize. You go ahead.
I apologize.
No. Your job, you're doing your job very well. The people that work for you ain't doing their job. So you're good to go.
So, as I was saying earlier, you spoke earlier just a few minutes ago saying that you necessarily don't need to have a championship. Mm-hmm. What are some goals that you have for yourself? Maybe some goals for 2-6 and Next Level Pro Wrestling, and some goals that you may have in the future in wrestling.
One of my goals about the 2-6 Academy is to make it one of the best academies that you can go to. That you're going to learn from different people, different styles, and that you're always going to learn something every day you come here. For the company, the same. I want Next Level Pro Wrestling to be one of the top companies in North Carolina, because I know we can do it. We got the talent. We got the people in the background that knows exactly what the hell they're doing. They're not just setting up curtains with bricks. We actually got, they actually put in the work. They put in the money. We got the money to do everything. And we've proved it. We've knocked it out of the park at 71st. One of the biggest attendance in at 71st history. Wrestling's back in North Carolina and back in Fayetteville. So I think we're gonna keep doing it. And my personal goals, I said it myself. Everybody wants to be a champion. You can be a champion, but are you a champion? You can hold a belt, but are you a champ? A lot of people know. A lot of them are belt marks, and we know what belt marks are. And there's a lot of guys and girls out there that carry the belt and they act like champions. They want to be champions. For me, I'll probably win the belt. I'll win the belt in due time, But when I do win the big belt, the belt's going to change into something better. And so I feel bad for anybody that has to come behind me, because I do wear a size 13, but when I have that belt and I go where I need to go, that shoe size is going to get it's going to be a lot of big better. And that was crappy, because I'm looking in your eyes and you're tearing up because you're talking to me. But let me rephrase that. It's going to be better and bigger. So it doesn't matter what belt I carry. I can carry a tag team title and carry whoever is my tag partner. I did it before, and I could do it again. Go ahead.
No, excuse me. So you're talking about the tag team division. Let's talk on that a little bit. We have the current champions, Team Pitbull. Mm-hmm. Are the Next Level tag team champions here. They're well known across the state of North Carolina. They travel up and down the East Coast.
Yes, sir.
We also have the newly formed team of Paradox and De Leon X, who just came together at one of our recent shows. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about the tag team division a little bit.
Well, we're getting there. We got a pretty good solid base of tag teams. Like you said, we got the Pit Bulls. Trey G and Baron. Those two names has been around the Carolinas for a long time. And with them carrying it adds a little bit more prestige and respect to the title. And then you said that Paradox and Joe's and De Leon X were the new tag team. Well, they're a new tag team. But let's see if they can work together. Let's see if they can perform at that level that will give them the right to have those tag teams. And then, you forgot about the former champs, the bootleggers.
The bootleggers.
Yes.
They're definitely a force here, and Travis Weaver had definitely a hard-fought match against Jack at our last show.
Yes, he did.
So let's move on. We'll talk about some of the places that we have our shows at. We have a show May the 25th at Dunn Powell Fitness Center in Dunn, North Carolina. One of our most recent shows, and we're going to return in July, we have it Rayford National Guard Armory. We also have a show coming up in St. Paul's as well. Let's talk about the territory that Next Level has and how we're growing as a company there.
I think we're growing every day. You know, people's hit us up first about, hey, what I need to do to become a wrestler, or hey, well, when's your next event is at? And that's what we want to do. You know, when you get complacent, people can overtake you, and we're not being complacent. You know, I mean, like I said before, 71st, 600 something people, biggest crowd there. Even for some of their football games and basketball games. We go to, the Dunn Powell Center, packing that out too. You know, when people are coming from whatever with their bags saying, hey, can I get on the show? That tells you a lot of things. They see what we got. Then you're talking about the Children's Falcons Home. You know, I enjoy there, you know, because, you know, those kids have been through so much crap in their life. And just to see them smile or boo, you know, that takes 2 or 3 hours out of their day. And I don't mind going up there. You know, I don't like some of them kids because last time they called me an old man. And I appreciate that. But, you know, we pack out there. Everywhere we go, we pack out. And that's what it is. The people want to see wrestling. The people want to see real wrestling. The people want to see, you know, just, you know, not what they see on TV, but, you know, homegrown talent making it. Because like you said, there's 2 homegrown talents out of North Carolina that just is, you know, NXT. And that's what it's about. You know, not hating the people that's making it. You know, hey, you can do it too. You just do this, you know.
So
you drop your paper. You need it?
No, sir.
Okay.
I'm good. I don't need that.
Okay.
So let's talk about, you was talking about the kids. When you see them come up at the shows and they might boo you. You got some that boo you. You have some that come up and love you. How does that make you feel? Does that make you to push you to do more in the ring? And does that make you want to inspire the kids to keep following their dreams and move up and possibly join and come here to 2-6 and Next Level?
You know, seeing the kids, I mean, like I said before, man, like they've been through, a lot of them kids been through hell. And now, you know, they're trying to, you know, build their lives back up. And the counselors, they're doing one hell of a job up there. And for us to go up there and just to see, you know, them kids who you can't even imagine what they've been through. Just to see them smile. I don't care if they boo me. Just don't call me an old man. I'm not that old. But, you know, just to see the wrestlers interact with them and, you know, just you know, I think some of them were like superheroes, you know. They really don't get to do a whole lot up there, but, you know, when we come up there, man, it's cool, you know, because for me, you know, I never had to go through any type of stuff that they had to go to. And just to
witness it firsthand.
Yeah, witness it firsthand, man. It hits me right here. Because I know, I mean, not everybody gets to grow up with, you know, good people in their lives. You know, some people grow up with crappy people in their life, and that's just not right. But see them kids smile, boo, yay, that means, you know, hey, I can do it all day long up there.
So let me ask you, give me 3 words that would describe Treize Genovese. And if you could go into some detail in those 3 words.
Dominant, great, God.
Wow. Maybe a little arrogant there with those?
No.
No?
Mm-mm. No.
Explain.
So every wrestler is not dominant. We know, you know.
Okay.
Not every wrestler is the GOAT. Or, you know, I can't remember what I just said about the second thing, but it really doesn't matter. God. So, you know, God is this omnipotent being that he gives mercy to who he wants to give mercy to. And sometimes, depending on who I'm in the ring with, they don't deserve anything. Because you wasted my 15 minutes, 20 minutes out of my day to come to the show and have a match with you. Like I said, people can be in God mode, but I'm God. God doesn't have a mode. He's just it. There's a lot of people walking around, I'm the GOAT, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, and I'm that. You can be that in WWE 2K24, but in the business, you're not the GOAT, you're not the God, until somebody says you're on the Mount Rushmore or something. I don't need nobody to tell me anything. I know the training that I do, I know the workout that I do, I know what I put into this. I watch wrestling. I watch NWA, Georgia Championship Wrestling. I go on the WWE Network and watch everything because they're there. You say that you're the GOAT, God here, doesn't mean anything because you're on your own little fiefdom. A lot of people don't leave their little fiefdom. They don't leave the 6 or 7 companies that they wrestle. You got to go out. I go to France and wrestle. I go to Germany to wrestle. Just don't stick here and wrestle here, there. That makes me better than a lot of people.
So let me ask you, you talking about you travel international. What is there a difference in the crowds between France and Europe and the American crowds?
Yeah, it is. I go overseas, they just want to see wrestling. They just want to see wrestlers. Over here, you got a lot of guys that think they know wrestling. Smart marks. Oh, he didn't do. And it's always funny to me. The same people that call what we do fake, they don't come knock on the door. They don't email these schools saying they want to learn. And that's what they are. A lot of those people ain't never done nothing in their life. They were the guy that never got the girlfriend. They never went to prom. They never got prom king or whatever. Those are losers. Anybody that's doing this right now, that's taking bumps, learning, we're not losers. You are. That's why you go to the show and you start wearing other people's shirts because you can't do the job. Can't do it. It's too hard. Life is hard, but we keep pushing. But a lot of people don't want to do this. They don't want to do this. They want to go pay $200 to go see some show. You know, I'm the actor. We're all actors. And what do you do when you come through the door? You got to pay to see us. Nobody gets in for free. So that's how I feel about wrestling here in America and in Europe. They love it. They don't care. Hell, maybe because I don't understand half the languages. I don't know. But they seem to enjoy it. They love it. You come here and you got some 43-year-old man. Oh, he can't do what I do. What do you do? What do you do? You're home playing video games in your mama's basement. Really don't care. And you know, you've been to and you know yourself, Trey, you've been to a lot of shows. And I say this respectfully. I know you don't wrestle, but you know the business.
Yes, sir.
You don't try to be like a smart ass. Sorry, I'm going to cuss again. I'm just going to let you know. You ain't got to be a smart ass.
Correct.
You know a lot of wrestlers. You've been to a lot of promotions.
Yes, sir.
And I'm happy that you're here because you make us even better.
Thank you.
But you got people. And I had to admit, The Rock did say Cody crybabies. There's a lot of crybabies that's right here in North Carolina that wish they could do what we do, but they can't do it. And what their excuse is? Oh, I was going to be a wrestler, but nah.
But what?
Yeah, my mama won't sign a permission slip, and I'm 45 years old. Yeah, okay.
So if you had any advice for anybody is aspiring to be a professional wrestler, is there any that you would like to offer to anybody that says, hey, maybe I want to be a professional wrestler, I'm thinking about it, they're on the fence.
I got you.
You know, what would you...
It's easy. The same advice I got from the owner of the company when I first started. You know, Hangtime told me, hey, this is something that, you know, you got to do. Just don't come one day and then leave. You got to be committed to this. I told him I was committed to playing basketball. I was committed to play football. I've been here 11 years. And for the people that want to do it, I want y'all. We want people to come in to learn, you know, to learn the trade, to learn what this business can do for you when you catapult up. But like I said, this isn't, you know, I forgot what they call it. You just can't come for a day. This ain't day camp. Be mentally tough. Be in shape. We can help you get in shape, but you might not like the way that we do it. And, just, have fun. Always remember the guys you see on TV at the big companies, they started here. They started doing this. Some people didn't, but a lot of them did. So, I mean, we welcome you. And I think any school will welcome any new student, but I don't speak for other companies, I speak for us. You got to be committed. You got to be committed. And that's the word a lot of people do not want to hear. Like I said, this is a very sensitive time in the world. And people don't want to be held responsible for their actions anymore. Just be committed and it will work out for you.
So this is something that I give every one of my guests here an opportunity to do. I call this the call outs. Anybody that you want to see in the ring, anybody that you want to call out, somebody that you would like to see possibly here at Next Level Pro Wrestling?
Oh, I haven't been looking at that camera the whole time?
No, I have the camera. How the camera works.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure.
Oh, I just want you to.
Okay, I got you, man. I got you.
Okay. I don't want to.
Wrestler I want to call out. I mean, right now I'm not in my, in that type of mood, but I mean, any wrestler.
Anybody.
Does it have to be from this company?
No, it can be from any company. It can, if you want to be in the state, out of state.
There is literally, so I could say, on the independent scene, I would love to have a chance against C-Dub. I hate to say this, but I know not really. I remember watching him ECW as a kid, man, and that's crazy. And that's crazy. I was a kid watching ECW, and then now a couple of years ago I met C-Dub, and I wasn't like some people. Oh, I was like, "How you doing, Mr. Anderson?" I remember I used to watch you on TV. And I would love to have a chance against C.W. Anderson. And another match that people around here joke about, they're always laughing, but, I've always wanted to, test myself. And I know this may never, ever happen. It's a dream match. I would love to go against Kenny Omega.
Oh, that would be a great
match. Because I'm a New Japan guy, and I love watching New Japan. But, man, seeing Kenny against Okada all those times, I was like, man, that will be a dream match for me. I don't care about anybody else, but for me. But my last thing, and I'm gonna say this, it's not a match. I just wish two people was here to see me wrestle. I wish my mom and dad was still here. My mom came to one match that I had before she passed away. My dad never saw me wrestle. But, that would be one of the things that would, I wish I could do. My parents can be here to see me wrestle. And I know my dad, he probably would try to be my manager, tell me what to do when I'm in the ring. But, that's my dad, man. He was the one that got me into this. Wrestle, hey, you can do other things, but, I want you to do that. And I think I did it because of him.
So would you say that your father is the one that inspired you that he gives you the most inspiration, possibly, to keep going and do this?
My dad was a wrestling fanatic. I mean, his favorite wrestler was, his second was Ric Flair. Yeah. His first one was like Bret Hart, man, because he just loved the technical aspect of it. Yeah. But, my dad was, we always sat down and watched wrestling. It didn't matter what type of wrestling. And, it was when I was growing up, it was one of the few things that me and him would really talk about besides sports. Sports was our thing. I'll talk to him like, hey, what about this? What about this? But, man, wrestling was when he got it. My dad was a good man. He was a hard man. But wrestling kind of loosened him up, and I was able to talk to him then. But that would be a dream of mine to have both of them back to see me wrestle. Because I know my dad, I get hurt. Get up. Rub some dirt on this, boy. Get up. I heard that do basketball.
That's the way all of our parents were, I think, when we were growing up. Get up, rub some dirt on it, shake it off. You'll be all right.
Man. Yeah.
So I definitely can understand where you're coming there. So let's plug your social media. If you want to have anybody find you.
Believe it or not, I know it, but I can't remember it by heart. Because I'm always on it. People calling me, texting me, hey man, love you, I don't really pay attention to even, like you said, what's your I don't know. Maybe I can give it to who's ever producing this thing.
Yeah.
I can give it to him.
You can find Treize Genovese on Facebook, ladies and gentlemen. So you can, if you're looking for him there. I personally know that he is there on Facebook. You also want to make sure, ladies and gentlemen, that you're subscribing to the Next Level Pro Wrestling 26.
Before you go.
Yes, sir.
I want to see everybody at Comic-Con. You know, I need y'all to be there. You know, 27th, 28th. You need to be there. Because that's when you're going to catch us at, you know, it's all about fun. And for all you geeks and nerds out there with your Pokemon cards and your Spider-Man goofs and your Batman scrap, come out, have some fun, and maybe, just maybe, I might take an autograph with you. But I didn't mean to interrupt you, Trey. Go ahead.
No worries. Thank you very much for talking about the Comic-Con. We do.
I love the Comic-Con, man. I love it.
That's a good time.
Yeah, it is. It is a good time. This wrapping up, don't ever do that to me again. Don't ever wrap me up. Okay, I got you. Okay. Mr. Morgan.
So we do have a good time there, and I was speaking to Jay Wolf a couple of weeks ago on my podcast.
Ooh, that guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and he was talking about he carried out Thor's hammer at Comic-Con. They had somebody dressed up like Batman.
Nerd. Did he tell you about that stupid guy that came out with Darth Vader doing all that? Did he tell you that?
Yeah, he did.
He's the biggest one. He's the biggest goof when it comes to Comic-Con. But good kid, still a goof.
So what about it at Comic-Con that makes it different, a different type of event, and especially having a little bit
I
of
didn't read
wrestling
comic
there?
books as a kid. I really don't care. But seeing all these grown men wearing warlocks and Renaissance stuff, it's kind of funny to me. But hey, you know, everybody's has their own thing that they like. Technically, wrestlers, we're cosplaying all the time, so I guess I'm a nerd too, I guess, right?
Yeah, I guess.
No, see, there you go. You messed up. You're supposed to say, no, Treyze, you're not a nerd. You shouldn't have said that. You shouldn't have said that. See, that's what I'm talking about, man. I came here for a great podcast. We talked about some good things. You asked some great questions, and then you called me a nerd. I am not a nerd. And I hear people snickering in the back, and I really don't care. I am not a nerd. I want you to say it, Trey. Say it.
You're not a nerd.
Thank you. No, actually, Mr. Genovese, you are not a nerd.
Mr. Genovese, you are not a nerd.
Man, there was no nothing in that. You just did it like, say it again. Put some effort. Put some emotion into it, please. And for the guy that's snickering outside, you're gonna do it too.
Mr. Genovese?
Nah, never mind. You ain't gotta say nothing. Okay, we can wrap it up. We can wrap it up.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. Make sure you follow Next Level Pro Wrestling and 26 Pro Wrestling Academy on Facebook, on YouTube, and all of our social media. Make sure you like and subscribe to our podcast, Time to Talk with Trey Morgan. We drop on Thursdays right here on YouTube. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. Mr. Genovese, thank you for being here with me today on my podcast.
Hey, look, Trey, you're a good guy. I was just messing with you.
I appreciate you, sir. Thank you for coming in.
Oh, no problem, bro.
And I hope you have a great day and safe travels on your trip to France here shortly.
Oh, thank you very much. And I might bring you. How about that?
I like that.
You got a passport?
I do.
All right.
And it's active.
Okay. All right, man.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
like I said, you might be in. Oh no, I'll be in first class. You be in the back. But thanks, guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for being here. We hope you have a great week. We'll see you very soon on our next podcast.
Do you have dreams of becoming a professional wrestler today? Well, come check out the 26 Wrestling Academy here in Fayetteville, North Carolina. The best training you will ever receive across all of North Carolina to achieve your dreams here today. Follow us at www.nextlevelprowrestling.com, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at 26 Wrestling Academy and NLPW today.